Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do an altcoin tier list. Now, this is my unfiltered, unedited, well, it might be edited tier list, but we're going to put these tokens that I have here into coin perspective. We're going to see what kind of price targets you can be looking at to pick up some of these coins. And I'm going to give this my honest opinion. This is not hate. Okay, so if I put your token on here and you don't like it, don't get mad at me. This is just my opinion. This is to give you some clarity of where my head's at when it comes to some of these altcoins, especially because we are about to head into an altcoin season in the next couple of weeks to months. So I want to make sure that your portfolios are intact before that happens because we got a massive price dip on altcoins. So this could be a video you can use to go and pick up some of these coins and maybe shift your portfolio around before altcoin season really takes course. So without any further ado, let's not waste any more time and get right into it. First on my list, as you can see here, I have Cardano first on my list. Very, very strong community. Charles Hoskinson is a great leader. He's one of the biggest names and faces in crypto. Cardano is also the most decentralized chain that we have in crypto, period, bar none. Now, there's a bit of slower adoption on Cardano. So the problem I have with Cardano is like not a lot of VCs are on Cardano. There's a lot of money, liquidity flowing around Cardano either. And the tech is absolutely phenomenal, but to make a ton of money on Cardano, I think you might find some better opportunities elsewhere. I'm not saying it can't happen, but you can find some better opportunities elsewhere. So for me personally, I got to put Cardano at the 5x on the tier list, unfortunately. Now, if we go over to coin perspective and we type in Cardano, you can see that at a 5x, you are looking at a $130 billion market cap at a $3.64 price point for Cardano, currently sitting at 73 cents. I know we recently took a massive hit. We had a nice run up on Cardano and XRP, which I'm going to talk about as well later in the video. I don't see as much adoption for Cardano as I see for some other chains, unfortunately, at the moment. Next up on our list is Chainlink. Now, Chainlink is an interesting one because all we know CCIP, interoperability, Chainlink is number one for that. They have a ton of partnerships, tons of different banks and different industries. They're obviously good for tracking data as well when it comes to a lot of these other crypto projects. Have their hands in everywhere. They have Swift partnerships as well. Chainlink is a strong, strong, strong token, and that is not only for the near future, but I think Chainlink only continues to get stronger. There's price pressure for Chainlink as well, seeing as how they have to use Link to pay for a lot of these different integrations and things like that. They're number one in my eyes when it comes to RWA besides Ondo. So I would personally have to put Chainlink in the 10x category. Chainlink is only sitting at a $12 billion market cap, extremely underpriced, sitting at $19.13 at the moment. A 10x for Chainlink would sit it at a $122 billion market cap, and a $191 Chainlink, which is absolutely insane. The ceiling is a lot higher than this particular price point, but I'm just talking about for this cycle. This is an altcoin tier list for this cycle. Next up on the list is ChainGPT. Now, I've talked about this token before. You know I'm a Launchpad guy, and I actually invested in ChainGPT in August of 2023 and September of 2023. Picked it up around a 5 and 6 cents price point. So I'm pretty early on ChainGPT. ChainGPT is pretty cool because they have a DAO system implemented and you need to buy tokens to participate in this DAO. And obviously it's a launchpad, so you get into early stage projects, which is also great. They also have a whole suite of AI tools and features that you can use on the platform that you also need the token to participate in, to buy the premium AI tools that they have on their platform. It hasn't seen a bull market yet, which is also a plus. It is currently the largest launchpad that we have in crypto, even surpassing Cetify. Now, as far as notoriety and everything like that, I think Cetify still has more end users, but ChainGPT, if I'm not mistaken, is either really, really close or almost about on par. And this is the first cycle for something like ChainGPT. Not to mention that ChainGPT is also listed on Binance. I believe they're also listed on Bybit as well, and a lot of other big exchanges. And I think there's more big exchanges to come. KuCoin, Gate.io, Mexi. So once the full altcoin season kicks off, like ChainGPT can absolutely fly. But for the purpose of this video, I have ChainGPT in the 20x category. I know it looks like we're stair-stepping up this list right now, but I want to go and type in ChainGPT. Let's get the actual price data. So it currently sits at $122 million market cap. A 20x from this point would be, wow, $2.4 billion market cap, and that would sit ChainGPT at a $3.08 price range, which I think is absolutely reasonable and doable for a company that has such great branding. You can go see for yourself. Look at the site, very, very clean. And also being in the AI narrative is going to be huge for something like ChainGPT. Next up on my list, you should not be surprised. This is Aerodrome. Okay, this is the number one play on the base chain. Base chain is my absolute favorite chain that we have in crypto. I think that it has the most eyes on it. It's going to have the most money flow into it besides Sui, but we're going to get into Sui later in the video. But Aerodrome for me, biggest checks on base. I got in at a $7 million and $11 million market cap. Talked to my community about it at a $450 million market cap. It has tons of wrap Bitcoin going onto its platform. Number one place to provide liquidity on base. Morpho starting to creep up a bit as far as lending and borrowing, but Aerodrome, Morpho, and Moonwell are the three big dogs when it comes to DeFi on base. Not to mention the last time I checked, Aerodrome had over $1 billion in total value locked, and the market cap isn't even over $1 billion at the moment. So we're going to put it now. Here's the thing, right? I could put it in the 20x category, and I think that would get us somewhere on the $12 billion market cap, something like that. But I actually see it as a 30x. So for the purpose of the video, I'm not going to put it in the 50 zone. I would love to put it here, but I don't think we're going to see a 50x for Airdrome. I could be wrong, could definitely be wrong. Even something like Uniswap that I think hit a $22 billion market cap at the peak of the last bull run, that would still only be a 40x or something like that. So I'm going to put Aerodrome at the 20x. That would end up putting Aerodrome at a $20 billion market cap and a $27.37 Aerodrome. Now to get into some of the meme coins. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you know I don't really care for meme coins like that. They're not my favorite thing in the world, to be honest with you. Meme coins are very culture based. I think it's good for that purpose, but a lot of people get their money drained in meme coins. They lose a ton of money. They don't know what they're really doing. They try meme coin trader, or they watch some guy on YouTube talking about meme coin trading. I have nothing against meme coin trading or meme coins or people who make content on meme coins at all. I probably will in the future, but I just think that it should be a small portion of your portfolio should be allocated to meme coins. I don't think that should be your entire focus when it comes to the crypto space. Now, with that being said, these have some of the strongest communities, which if I want to be honest with myself, that is a lot of what drives a ton of things globally is brand and community, right? And culture. So meme coins do have a place in the space. I do advise you to be careful, but the first meme coin we're going to talk about is Shiba Inu. Now, let's not even be frank. Shiba Inu, I ain't seeing more than a 5x. At this point, it's a legacy meme coin. And if we were to look at it doing a 5x, we would see Shiba hit 4 zeros and a 7-8. There's so many zeros, they're starting to shift and look different to me. I can see Shiba hitting a $46 billion market cap. I mean, people are more interested in stuff like Pengu and Pepe this time around and things like that. And Trump coin, maybe even Melania coin, which is crazy. I see the heyday for SHIB kind of over. Sorry, it's just what it is, man. Looking at Pepe, I put it in the same category. I don't see more than a 5x or something like Pepe. Pepe to me, I've already explained my thought process among meme coins, so I'm not going to spend too much time on them. But just for the sake of this video, we're going to see where Pepe would land us at a 5x. Pepe would be around a $20 billion market cap. Now, some of you may be looking at me and like, oh, well, Doge almost went to 100 billion, and why couldn't these other meme coins do that? I'm like, first of all, when Doge came out, right, you got to think about it. The meme coin space wasn't as large as when Doge came out. It had no real competition at the time. There's so many different meme coins out now. You have platforms like Pump.Fun that are launching. We're launching like over 20,000 meme coins a day, I think, or something crazy like that. What the hell do you think you're gonna get out of meme coins at this point when the space is so diluted and the money shifts so frequently and the money's so spread out? Everything's completely diluted. I don't see those astronomical numbers for something like SHIB or Pepe at this point. If I look at something like Dogecoin, which is next up on the list, I also probably put Doge at around a 5x as well. Now, Doge hitting $1 is the major question. I can see it hitting $1 this cycle, similar to how we wanted to crack the 100K mark with Bitcoin this cycle. I think we can see that for Doge as well. Much more than that, I think there's going to be tons of pressure because that's a massive psychological level, especially for a meme coin to reach $1. I think a lot of people are going to be selling when Doge hits $1 because a lot of people had that price point built up at $1 for Doge. Similar to what we're seeing with Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is spiking over 100, but coming back down below 90, and we're trading in this range between $91,000 and $107,000. It's hard to get over that 100K mark for Bitcoin and use it as support. The same way I think it's going to be hard for Doge to get over $1 and treat it as support. And we're talking about at the peak or closer to the peak of the bull market. There's going to be tons of sell pressure and people taking profits that have been Doge for a while. I see 5x max for something like Doge. And we're just going to type in Doge here just to be fair to see see where it would likely go if it had a 5x. So there you go. $1.27 on Doge, $188 billion market cap. That would be around doubling its last peak of the last bull run as far as market cap. To be honest with you, even something like a 3 or 4x is probably more realistic for Doge. One thing I want to get out of the way is gaming coins. Now, Axie Infinity was the absolute darling of the last bull market. It hit a $6 billion market cap. It was the best performing gaming crypto. It was play to earn and popularized the model of play to earn. For me, Axie Infinity right now, there is no use case for it. I think the token is completely diluted at this point. There's not enough pressure on the token itself to get it out of circulation. When you were playing Axie Infinity, you could earn the token and you can use it to form different like characters like Axies and go into battle other Axies and things like that. It was like a PvP turn-based style game. It paved the way for a lot of other play to earn, but I don't think the play to earn model is something that necessarily works. We haven't figured out an effective model yet. I think it just more so hurts the token price more than anything. So if I was to look at Axie, I got my coffee. Take your coffee out, have a sip, have a drink, lay back, chill with me for a bit. Now, Axie is currently sitting at a $646 million market cap, around a $4 price point. If it was to get back to its previous all-time high, you would see a $40, so a slight 10x. I honestly don't even see it for that. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. We're gonna put Axie in the 5x. I know the bottom tiers are getting kind of freaking loaded. We're gonna get into some of the heavy hitters in a moment. Therefore, I have to put it in the 1 to 5. I don't even think we're gonna see more than a 3x on Axie. What for? When you got AAA games like Shrapnel and Off the Grid coming out on AVAX, which we're going to talk about next, I don't see anyone paying attention to Axie anymore. I think the hype's dead for it, similar to some other tokens that are not on this list like Apecoin, but there's better games out there now. AAA games being released. They got to do way more. I think Axie would probably work better as a fully dedicated mobile game, but yeah, 5x for me. Next up on the list is AVAX. Now, AVAX is a really, really strong gaming chain. I think it's the number one gaming chain. You're going to see a ton of games released on AVAX, like I was talking about in the Axie Infinity segment. They have Shrapnel, they have Off the Grid, and they're going to continue to release big AAA games on their platform. I'm glad that they carved out that niche because as far as everything else, if they didn't have the gaming narrative, AVAX would not be looked at, in my opinion, at all. Being an EVM chain or a copy of Ethereum, I didn't see much else use case for something like AVAX. Looking at it, definitely don't see a 50x, so we're not going to even think about putting it up there. Don't see a 20x. I think a 10x is decent, and I'm actually going to put it behind Chainlink in the list as well. Actually, let's flip some of these around. I want to put Pepe there. These ones are they can be reversed. Right now, I'm going to leave AVAX behind Chainlink at the 10x spot. I low-key do want to see where it would end up at for a 10x. I'd even take a look. Over $100 billion market. Yeah, I think that's fair for something like AVAX. $250 price point is magnificent as well. It says here that most of the supply is out as well, so there's not much dilution coming for it. I think that's a fair price point for something like Avalanche. And I'm teasing you guys. I know a lot of you guys clicked on the video because you want to see XRP and Solana. We're not talking about it just yet. I know Sui's over here too. We got Ondo coming up. Stick around. And we got some sleepers I know you guys are not paying attention to or don't really know about. First, we're going to talk about Ethereum. Let's not even be frank. It's going in the 5x. Market cap's already massive. A lot of hate around Ethereum as well right now. Everyone's talking about how it's a dead chain and they're talking about how altcoins are dead and altcoin season's canceled and there won't be an altcoin season this time and blah, blah, blah. Okay? Blah, 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 blah. What these people don't realize, if you watch my last video, and maybe I'll leave a link to it in the description or at the end of the video, I'll pop it up. The ISM hasn't crossed 50 yet. If you want to know what the ISM is, click on that last video I dropped. Okay, I'm not going to explain it here. Bitcoin dominance is still rising. Interest rates haven't been cut. So a ton of things are going on in macro right now, which is why altcoins are pumping. I haven't taken a look at ETH in a while. I knew it dropped down to almost 2,000 on that massive crash. 5x for Ethereum would be at a 13.9K at a $1.7 trillion market cap. Now, I don't think this is going to happen. Something more realistic for ETH is somewhere around this range here. I think a $7,700 ETH is more realistic. The gas fees are too high at the moment. You have too many other layers, like layer twos, where people rather trade ETH on and invest in, like Base, Optimism, Arbitrum, and Polygon, so on and so forth. Polygon's kind of dead too, but not enough people are doing trading on ETH, and why would you when the gas fees are so much higher than all these other chains? I'd rather just take my ETH off of my centralized exchange and send it straight to Base or Arbitrum or wherever else and transact and do whatever I got to do. I'm avoiding ETH like the plague. My first year around in crypto, I didn't know any better, but I was one of those people paying $150 $150 per transaction on Uniswap on Ethereum network, paying $300 and all this crazy stuff. I think that's one of the main reasons you're not seeing a lot of stuff on ETH. But I do think ETH is like the Microsoft of crypto. I think there'll always be a use case for it. It's the most secure. So I think if TradFi were to come on chain, you're going to see a lot of that go to Ethereum. I don't think it's a dead chain by any means, but I think especially for people like us, like retail, it makes more sense to trade on other EVM chains. Solana, holy crap. Now Solana is like retail's god token. They love it here. Meme coins, number one meme coin train, number one total transactions, number one most coins made, all this crazy stuff, all because of meme coins. I think Hyperliquid's slowly passing and like revenue per week, passing Ethereum and Solana and other chains. I haven't sipped my coffee, man. Let me have sip my coffee. This is morning for me. I woke up not too long ago. I was up all night. Actually, I'm gonna cheat. I want to see what the actual price point is for Solana right now. So $95 billion market cap. 5x, just shy of 500 billion, and a $1,000 Solana. I know I had a price prediction video on Solana a couple weeks ago, and I saw it going to around a $600 price point. So I think that's more reasonable. So a 3x, $333 billion market cap, excuse me, I think is more reasonable. 5x might be a little bit of a stretch. I hate that I have so many things in the 5x category, but this is like a very realistic. I'm not someone that's going to sit on here and be a maxi and tell you Solana is going to 10x or Cardano's going to 15x, because that's what the people in the Cardano community want to hear. Great. Now I have the freaking hiccups as I'm recording this video. That's just fantastic. Great. I want to talk about Moonwell. Moonwell's interesting. It's a lending and borrowing platform, the third largest DeFi application on Base, native to Base. Oh my goodness. Moonwell is a tricky one. I'm stressed, guys. I'm super stressed because Moonwell is one of those ones I dead ass think I could see Moonwell hitting 100x this cycle. It's only at $112 million market cap. I see Aerodrome hitting and Morpho hitting $20 billion plus. I can easily see Moonwell hitting 100x. I don't really want to put it on there. I probably give it more so a 30 to 50x, 35 to 50x. 50x will land around a 5 point something billion dollar market cap, 5.8 billion dollar market cap. They're going to have a lot of CBBTC. They're going to have a lot of wrap Bitcoin on their platform as well. Yeah, I'll leave it at the 50x for now. Velodrome. Now, if you guys don't know what Velodrome is, it's the aerodrome of OP. If you guys don't know, Base is built off the OP stack, Optimism stack. So Velodrome is the number one DEX platform liquidity provider on Optimism. It's literally Aerodrome's sister company. This is a big one too. I think this is slept on heavy, mostly because nobody's paying attention to Optimism at the moment. Currently only at a $65 million market cap. Jesus Christ, man. Undoubtedly 50x. People are going to see what Aerodrome did for Base. If Optimism is able to get more eyes and attention on it, I think it could do well. This is very based on what Optimism does this cycle and how much attention they get. I'm making this voiceover really quick because my audio got corrupted and my visual, my camera stopped recording. So I ended up putting Turbos and Research Coin in the 100x. I ended up putting Aether and Ondo in the 20x. And I ended up putting Sui in the 10x. The ones I want to highlight because they're really important is Turbos and Research Coin. Research Coin is co-founded by Brian Armstrong, who also owns Coinbase. And Turbos is on Sui. It's the second largest DEX / liquidity provider / launchpad on Sui. I see a lot of VC backing and liquidity and money coming into the Base chain. Research Coin is on the Base chain and Turbos is on Sui, like I said. So I think those are two coins that should be highlighted. Turbos is only at a $4 million market cap and Research Coin currently sits at a $60 million market cap. And I apologize for the mishaps. I will have them all corrected for the next video, but click the video up on screen if you want to copy my perfect altcoin portfolio, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.